Thanks to the World Wide Web Consortium, since 1990 all web pages are coded in semantic code, hypertext markup language, HTML. That code defines step by step a process to instruct computers in what to do with content, along with a styling code cascading style sheets defining how content is displayed. Web developers produce web pages to serve content to clients with this code. The World Wide Web has free validation tools for coders to validate their work, just like word processing applications have a spell checker. Valid code allows browsers to display the content being served to the client. Today, there are interactive coding tools that validate code just like spell checkers on the fly, and yet coders still debate the importance of valid code. The website is a form of advertising where the sales pitch, text, pictures, audio, and video, is converted to code to inform visitors about the company. The website is available to over 30% of the world's population through their browsers, and the statistics provide visibility and real-time feedback about the advertising spin never seen in businesses before the internet. The browser wars are over, and these are the winners. But the quintessential question is, how does your code work on these browsers? If your code is valid, it can be seen. Or if you offer instructions like download a plugin, most people move on and opportunities are lost. The landscape is changing with the same two competitors since 1975, and one is growing faster than the other. The desktop is a Windows environment, and Apple dominates mobile. The new devices are small, portable, and powerful. The Apple iPad has more power than many mainframes just a few years ago, with a 1 gigahertz clock speed and a 1 gigabyte of memory, and 84 megabytes of removable solid-state storage devices for about $800. This is, by the way, the same strategy that Apple used in 1979 when they launched the Apple II, with 48 megabytes of RAM and an application spreadsheet. This was the introduction of plug and play, a machine with more functionality than Dick Tracy had in his TV watch, imagined in 1946. Mobile devices are replaced faster than desktops, and the current software is required for access to the service. Smartphones have more functionality than desktops, and when people use phones to call, they are ready to make a trading decision. The cost of a web page is just one of a number of relatively new statistics that management rarely, if ever, requests. Apple is the largest company in the world with transparent statistics, so I audited their website for source code validation. Apple has 6,620 errors and 7,046 lines of code, and I'm sure they would be corrected if senior management knew. Steve Jobs always insisted the design on the outside should be as beautiful and eloquent as on the inside. Today, there are over 5 billion cell phones and 2 billion desktops, and over 120 different versions of browsers in use, and the best way to access them is with valid source code. After the Apple surprise, I audited the source code for 100 websites, picked at random, with every popular name I could think of off the top of my head, using the 6 validation tools provided by the WW3, and not one page passed all 6 tests. The result begged the question of the importance of valid code, but not the impression invalid code makes on the brand. Today, coders argue the importance of valid code and will continue to wax about it until senior management intervenes. But there is agreement within the community of the impression publishing invalid code has on the image. I'm certain in the future, as the Internet matures, valid code will be the rule and not the exception, and other companies will audit source code like auditcharts.com and provide periodic audits for source code validation with alerts for remediation by the coders. Can you do this on your own? Yes, you can. We, however, will audit your code per your request, and it is our only service. The question you might be asking is, if my page looks fine in Internet Explorer, Safari, Foxfire, etc., why do I need to worry about validation? If all you are looking for is proper display, you might not have to. However, if you are concerned at all with image and search engine optimization, you probably should be validating your source code. It is a necessity and may be required for paid advertising services to validate results in the near future.